Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I have come with the new video on biology and the name of the topic is the flower. So in today's objective we are going to learn that what is flower and the parts of flower. So at first, before knowing the parts of flower, we have to know what is flower. So without taking much time, let us directly proceed with the chapter. Now if you refer to this paragraph, you will know that what is a flower. So over here it is written, flower developed from a floral bud. Now what is a floral bud? This is a floral bud. You can see a picture. See, floral bud of a China rose or hibiscus means this is a floral bud of a hibiscus. Okay. Now if you want some more pictures, I can show you from Google. So here are the pictures. So if you look at this picture, you can find that this picture is showing a floral bud. See, this one, like this something it is. Okay, like this something. I'm just drawing it once more. Like this something, this one. Okay, floral bud. So now let us again let us again go to our main objective. But before going to that objective, I want to show you one more picture, that is this one. This is also a floral bud. Okay, so I've shown you three pictures, one in that study material which I was sharing a bit ago and two pictures on Google. So let us again go to that PDF where I was explaining the objective. So I have again come back with the PDF. Now over here you can see that it is telling a flower is the reproductive part of plant. That means as flower does reproduction, we all know flower does reproduction. So a thing, if a thing is doing a reproduction, then we can of a particular thing. Okay, if a thing is doing a reproduction of a particular something, then we can tell that it is the reproductive part of that particular thing. So therefore this is telling a flower is the reproductive part of the plant. It is attached to the stem by a stalk called pedicel. Now obviously if the flower is not attached to the plant, how can we say that this flower is a part of plant? It must be attached to the plant. So the flower is attached to the plant by a stalk. Stalk means this thing. Okay, this thing. Okay, something like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, this is known as the stalk. Now means something, as I have already, something like this actually. Okay, not exactly like this, I am just examply telling you. Okay, something like this as I have drawn on the screen. So it is attached to the plant from that flower. It is a stalk type thing. Then the tip of the pedicel is swollen. It is called the thalamus. Now if we refer to this diagram, we can see that over here this one is known as the pedicel. It is telling this one is the pedicel. It is attached to the plant, and on the top of the pedicel, when the pedicel is going like this, this is the tip of the pedicel. Okay, this is the tip. Obviously this is the tip of the pedicel. So it is known as the thalamus. Why? You can see that it is swollen. Now what is the meaning of swollen? I know the people who is watching my video, I hope they know the the meaning of swollen. So swollen means a little broader. I hope you all know the meaning. So it is just little swollen, that is known as the thalamus. Okay, next is, from here other parts of the plant arise. Flowers that do not have a pedicel are called sessile flowers. Now one question may come to your mind, that if a flower is not having the pedicel, how it will be attached to the plant? It is very simple. The flower is directly attached to the plant. In this case, in case of sessile flowers where the pedicel is absent, in this case the flower is directly attached to the plant. Now we are coming to our main thing, that is the parts of a flower. Okay, Now in this topic means in this topic, parts of a flower, we will know all the parts, what is it means, which part is called what and everything. Okay, so now let us start with the parts of a flower. Now at first, in the first line, if you just refer to this line, actually I'm just marking it, if you refer to this line, so you can find each part of a flower is arranged in a whorl. Okay, so each, I know what I hope that those who are watching my video, they know what is the meaning of a whorl. Okay, so each part of a flower is arranged in a whorl. Okay, the meaning of whorl is very simple. Okay, I hope all of you know what is the meaning of a whorl. Now there are 4 whorl of a flower. Okay, this is a very common question, that how many whorl are there in a flower. So the answer will be, there are 4 whorl in a flower, or rather of a flower. There are 4 whorl of a flower. Now this is a schematic diagram given over here. Now there are 4 whorls, as we already know. So the first one is the calyx, second one is the corolla, third one is the androecium, fourth one is the gynoecium. I repeat, first one is the calyx, second one is the corolla, third one is the androecium, fourth one is the gynoecium. Okay, so this, at first we will know the number 1. Okay, calyx. So if you read this 3-line paragraph, then it is telling that calyx is the outermost whorl of a flower. So it is the outermost whorl, means it is the first whorl. Okay, it is the means this whorl is it is placed very outermostly, and this flower, this whorl is the first whorl. Okay, so now it is written that it is made up of sepals. Now what are sepals? One question may struck to your mind, that what are sepals. Now if you refer to this diagram, you can find that these 2 are called the sepals. Okay, these 2, see, it is called the sepal. So sepal means, it is not sepals. If you read this line, that sepals are small green leaf like parts, but it is not the actual leaf. Okay, it is not the actual leaf, but it is somehow, it is small green like parts. Okay, now what is its function? There are 4 to 5 or more sepals. Now in a flower means, in number there can be 4 to 5 or more. Now what is their function? They protect the inner parts of the flower during the bud stage. Now when the flower is in a bud stage, bud means, I have already shown you floral bud. So when the flower is in a bud stage, this sepal protects them. Okay, they cover them. These sepals cover the full thing. Okay, when the flower is in a bud stage, they protect the inside part. Now the second thing, or the second whorl of a flower, is the corolla. Now what is a corolla? Corolla is the second inner whorl of a flower. It is made of petals. Now in this, I want to just again go back to calyx one. Now a bunch of sepals is known as the calyx. Okay, 2, 3, over here it is given 4 to 5, means suppose 4 to 5 sepals, or suppose I am taking 6 sepals. Okay, so a bunch of 6 sepals we will take it as calyx. It can be 2 sepals also, it can be bunch of 2 sepals also, bunch of 3 sepals also, bunch of 4 sepals also. Okay, any number of sepals, we will take it all together, and we will take it all together, means we will take all the sepals together and tell it as calyx. Okay, a bunch of sepals is known as the calyx. Okay, somehow it is working as the collective noun. Okay, a bunch of sepals, but it is not the collective noun. Don't mix biology and English language together. Okay, it will confuse you. Okay, because biology is a separate thing, English language is a separate thing. Collective noun is collective noun is in English grammar. Okay, so please do not mix biology and English grammar both together. It will confuse you very much. Okay, because I have told you, it may confuse you. Okay, please forget that I have told you just like this only, because somehow it is means it is like that. Now sepals are more than one bunch of sepals are known as the calyx. Now let us again go back to corolla. So corolla is the second inner wall of a flower. Now it is the second inner wall, means it is the second wall of a flower that is present inside. Okay, means it is after calyx. This fold is after the first fold, which is calyx, and the second fold is corolla, as we already know. It is made of petals. Now what are petals? These are called the petals. This pink color something. Okay, these things are called the petals. Okay, P means petals, means P for petals. I'm just writing P. Okay, so these things, this one, okay, not not this one, okay, not this part, this upper portion is known as the calyx. Okay, I'm just changing my color. This upper portion is known as the calyx, not this portion. Okay, now we will understand petals are the white or colored attractive parts of a flower. Now what is the means how does petal looks like? It is white in color. It can be white in color or it can be in any other color, suppose yellow, red, pink, etc. So it is it colors maybe anything white, yellow, then red, pink, as I have already told, and it is the colored attractive part of a flower. Okay, it is very attractive. Now when the flower opens, the brightly colored petals attract insects or birds for pollination. Now that means that when the flower burst opens, okay, not burst opens means when the flower opens or the sepals opens, the petals come out, and they are brightly colored and they attract insects and birds for pollination. Now what is pollination? We will understand. I will explain you in my later videos which I am going to post. Okay, I will make a separate video on pollination. Now the petals of some flower have a natural fragrance. Natural fragrance means have a sweet smell. Okay, now the third thing is the androecium. Now this is the third whorl. Now we have to know that the third whorl, androecium, is the male part of a flower, and the fourth part, gynoecium, is the female part of a flower. I repeat, third whorl of a flower is androecium. We will take it as the male part, and fourth whorl of a flower, gynoecium, we will take it as the female part. Okay, now let us read this paragraph. Androecium is the third inner whorl of a flower. Now what are androecium? These things are called the androecium. This time I'm just marking this one, and this one, not the middle one. The middle pink color one, that means the middle pink color one, you can see that is the gynoecium, that is not androecium. The two thing means the two stalk like something that is present on either side. Okay, two are present on either side, that is known as the androecium. Okay, now it lies to the petal, inner to the petals. Okay, it lies inner to the petals. It is made of stamens. Now over here also a bunch of stamens, we will take it as the androecium. Okay, means the thing which I have just show you over here, this thing, just I have show you this thing. So these are called the stamens. Okay, these are called the stamens. Okay, so over here it is given means two on either side. So over here there means in this picture of androecium they have taken one briefly. Okay, from there one briefly. Now if this is the stamen, this thing is the stamen. Okay, wait, let me write it properly. wait for a while, let me write it. This part, okay, this part, what happened? Yes, this part, okay, this part is called the stamen. Okay, this part is called the stamen. So a bunch of stamen is known as the androecium. Now stamens are the male reproductive parts of a flower. As I've already told that androecium is the male part of a flower. Now obviously if stamens are bunch of stamen is known as the androecium, so stamens will be obviously the male reproductive part of a flower. Then it is telling this paragraph. I'm talking about this paragraph. Each stamen has a filament and an anther. So each stamen, together anther and filament makes the stamen. I repeat, together anther and filament makes the stamen. Now this part is the anther and this part is the filament. Okay, so anther and filament together makes the stamen. Now filament, now just let us read the definition of filament and everything. Sorry, my charge is slow. A filament is a thin thread like structure. Now what is a filament? A filament is a thin thread like structure. You can well relate from here. It is a thin thread like structure. Okay, so filament are the thin thread like structure and it bears the anther on its top. Means the filament has the anther on its top, as you can relate from this. Now the anther contains pollen sacs. Pollen sacs means it has a space inside it. If you just I have just made a cross over here. If you just take each four side of the cross as a sac, okay, means a space inside it. Take it as a that they are having space inside it. So that space is filled with pollen grains. Okay, so if we cut this anther into two halves like this, okay, like this, if we cut, then we will get something like this. We will get something like this, which is known as the pollen sac. Under the pollen sacs, pollen grains are present. Okay, now pollen grains look like a yellow powdery substance. They contain the male gametes, male reproductive cells. So pollen grains are yellow powdery like substance, something, okay, substance. Then they contain the male gametes, and it is the male reproductive cells. It contains the male gamete and it is the male reproductive cells. Now the fourth word is the gynoecium. Now what is the gynoecium? We have to know. So gynoecium is the female part, as I have already told, and so let us read the paragraph. Gynoecium is the fourth and innermost whorl of a flower. So it is the innermost whorl of a flower and it is the fourth whorl of a flower, fourth number whorl. It is made of the pistil or carpel. Now a bunch of pistils. Now before telling this, I want to tell you that a bunch of stamen is known as androecium. A bunch of petals are known as the corolla. A bunch of sepals is known as the calyx. Then you may think a bunch of pistil is known as the gynoecium. But no, in a flower only one pistil is present. Now exception may be there, but I am not thinking about that. I don't know that exception will be there or not, because that is not my main objective. But in today's video we have to what I want to tell you, that in a flower only one gynoecium is present. So we will not tell a bunch of pistil is known as the gynoecium. Okay, so another name for pistil is carpel and another name for carpel is pistil. So this thing is known as the pistil or carpel. So I am taking it as pistil only. Okay, I am taking this part as the pistil. Sorry, I'm just taking this part as the pistil. I'm not telling carpel, I'm telling pistil. Okay, both are correct. Pistil and carpel both are correct. Okay. Okay. Now this thing, the pistil is the female reproductive part of a flower. So the pistil. Now, as I have already told that gynoecium is the female part of a flower, so it is the female reproductive part. It consists of the ovary, style and stigma. So of which does it means there are three things, as androecium consists of stamen and stamen consists of two things, anther and filament. So gynoecium consists of pistil and pistil consists of three things. One is ovary, another is style, then is the stigma. Now on top, this part is known as the stigma, the tube-like structure in the middle is known as the style, and the swollen part at the base is known as the ovary. Now I'm telling this one at first. The top part of the pistil is called the stigma. It is sticky, rough and hairy. It receives pollen grains during pollination. So what is pollination? I will tell you later. And so it receives pollen grains during pollination. Now I'm reading this paragraph, that is, the middle part of the pistil is called the style. It connects the stigma to the ovary. It also transfers the male gamete to the ovary. Now the middle part of the pistil is known as the style, as I've already told, and it connects the stigma and the ovary. Okay, and it also transfers the male gamete. Now why it will transfer the male gamete from the stigma to the ovary? That process lies in fertilization. I will again in my later video I will make one video separately on fertilization. Over there I will tell what is fertilization. Okay. Now the third thing is this paragraph, that is, the swollen part at the base of the pistil is called the ovary. It contains the tiny structure called ovules. Now if this is the ovary and this ovary is cut into two halves, then something like this will come. Now under the ovary something like this is present, that is known as the ovules. Okay, and the ovules contain the female gametes, female reproductive cells. So under the ovule, under the ovule, it is the female gametes are present, which is the female reproductive cells. Now over here, sorry for that, there is a typing mistake. It will be the, okay, this will be the, okay, it will be not the only when I was typing in my desktop, then by mistake I have tapped on 4, so that's why 4 is there, 4 have come, so please ignore that. So hope you have liked my video. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe it, and also press the bell icon to get the notification when my video I will upload the videos. Okay, so I'm ending my video over here. So today's my objective was this. It is a very interesting part and it was very small. So please subscribe my channel and like, share and comment on my videos. Thank you everyone. Bye. Thank you.